Hello, I come from Egypt. I'm very happy to participate in this forum. My name is Ahmed Moustafa. I'm very happy to participate in this forum, and we're discussing the importance and the role played by mass media in the Middle East, including my country, Egypt. And I think it's very important now, the activities undertaken by Russia's foreign minister, Mr. Lavrov, and his deputy minister, Mr. Bogdanov, is very important, as well as the activities of the Chechen president, Mr. Ramzan Kadyrov, are also very important. The collaboration we've had for the past 2 years is very important. We know that today there is a big disparity between what Russian media report these days and what Arabic or Muslim media report these days, what they provide, what they can offer. We are still seeing that Arabic broadcast networks air content and programming that directly or indirectly supports and promotes extremist ideology and promotes ideas of groups such as the Muslim Brotherhood, instead of trying to oppose extremism. I researched the activities of news networks and other broadcast media in China. I spoke to my Chinese colleagues about it, and I think that when we speak about countries such as Russia or China, there is a big difference from mass media in Arab countries or in Western countries. We know that there is a big disparity today between the media in Israel, in Persian Gulf countries, and so on. And we must bear in mind how important it is to have this strategic alliance with Russia, particularly in the area of mass media. Arab countries should be based on the notion that we must communicate in all areas, including the area of mass media and communication. And we must also prosecute against those who violate this code of rules for combating extremism, those who digress from this common cause of containing extremist ideology. I think it's also important for us to remember about the significance of regional organizations and their capacity to influence the situation in countries such as Libya, Syria, Iraq, Yemen, and so on. I believe we must protect democracy in every way we can and try to ensure social justice in our respective countries, especially in our region. We know that in many of those countries, in many countries in our region, the rights of women are not sufficiently protected. We know what's going on in Yemen, in Tunisia, in various parts of the region. We know that about $3 trillion have been invested in promoting the spread of extremist and radical ideas. We know the activities, the dealings of the World Bank, where it in some ways directly assisted terrorists. We know that Iran has been very active in the Arab world, and we know that its nuclear reactors that Iran has worked so hard to create, to develop, they are also a source of danger. and they are one of the factors that make our region incredibly volatile and unstable, especially in a situation where we're seeing a confrontation, so far a political confrontation between Iran and Israel. The possible consequences can be far-reaching and very dangerous. As far as ISIS is concerned, Moscow has sufficiently uncovered the ties between this terrorist group and some of the Western governments. In many ways, thanks to some of the disclosures and investigations undertaken by WikiLeaks. But unfortunately, Western media and sometimes some of the Arab world media do their best to distort and misreport these developments and the situation. But of course, as regards all the events, all the developments in Iraq and Libya and Syria, we clearly see a lack of objectivity in the coverage from many Western and Arab media organizations. We know the situation in Turkey. We remember the killing of the Russian ambassador in Turkey. We know about the activities of the Chechen president, Mr. Ramzan Kadyrov, in the international arena in his trying to prevent the spread of extremist ideas. Russia's President Putin keeps talking about the need to create a united front for fighting terrorism. And I believe that our strategic group is an important opportunity for us to jointly deliberate on how we could, what efficient measures we could undertake to stop and prevent the spread of extremism and extremist ideology. I would support whatever initiatives of the kind, and I'm sure that the Shanghai Cooperation Organization and the Eurasian Economic Cooperation Organization and the G20, all of those, and the BRICS nations, they all should contribute to this war on terror, to this combating terrorism.